Am I the only one who finds it extremely interesting that everything, everything I've learned from when I was younger comes out to be untrue? Comes out to be a story created for us to be controlled? It's funny, right? It's weird to come into a world where everything is not as it seems. Everything is completely the opposite of the way it kind of should be. Well, my name is Jordan, and I just want to talk a little bit, have some shared experience with what my mind is telling, I don't know. So, this world is weird, right? Ever since I was younger, I had this feeling of everything around me not being the way it should be. Questioning why people would do certain things, why they would act a certain way, why they would feel a certain way. Now it's all becoming so much clearer, so much more clear. To the point where I finally start to understand where this feeling was coming from, what it created, and why it was there. It was because the world is upside down. It is because the world is upside down. Pretty much everything we see around us is the matrix, right? Is this creation of keeping us inside of a certain thought pattern, a certain belief system, where we have no way of looking outside, where everything we experience in our life is just within this box. And it's time to break out of these boxes. Everybody's trying to break out of these boxes, right? We should try. And with every day, I learn a lot more. I hope everybody is learning a lot more about what the implications of this has been or still are for us. And man, this control, this you need to work a 9-to-5 job, or when I was younger, I had to go to kindergarten. After kindergarten I already went to lower grade school, or I don't know what the English word for that is, or whatever, but throughout the different schooling systems, step by step getting more indoctrinated, getting more closed inside this box, because we do not get handed the tools to use our own mind, to understand our own mind, and we are given these lists of things, how we should be, how we should act, how we should treat each other. Not understanding, thinking, feeling ourselves anymore, because we are programmed to follow this list and not to experience the freedom without these lists. Or maybe to create your own boundaries, right? Because we all need boundaries. It's weird to find out how your brain has been hijacked, how your brain has been taken away from you to work against you, to fight against you, to not serve us anymore, but us to be a servant to our mind. And this has been so off about my experience, where I constantly wanted to do things, I wanted to say things, I wanted to create things, I wanted to feel or do or whatever things. But then this program was telling me, no, you cannot do that. You're not good enough. You're not strong enough. You're not worthy. You're not loving. You're not this or that. And I believed that because this was the truth of the experience. Because from a young age, we are not taught how to use our own brain. everybody is trying to manipulate us, trying to get their own power, their own gain, their own selfish needs. And the more we realize this, that everybody is having their own agenda, and some more and more are getting better, right? More and more are getting loving, peaceful, and working towards a better future. But there are still a lot of people stuck in that old box, in that old cycle, in those old programs, working for themselves only, not caring about other people, leeching my energy, leeching my, or your energy, our energy, for their own embetterment, for their own gains. And I'm finally able to understand, or getting understanding, getting more knowledge about how our aura is working, how our energy field therefore is working, how these are interacting in this world and between each other. Our thoughts are powerful, our emotions are powerful. And when we are not taught this from a young age, we will get screwed. We'll get screwed in our head. We will lose sense of who we are. Especially if you are an empath, right? You take on a lot of these energies, a lot of these things. And they are destructive. They take you away from who you feel like you should be and make you act like somebody you are not. And when you realize these things, then freedom can come, because you understand how you can manage these things. But nobody is taught this. Well, maybe more and more people are being taught this from a young age. But all around me, here in the Netherlands at least, it's not the norm, it's not the main narrative, it's not the main story. There's still a story of lack, a story of pain, a story of greed, a story of power in place. And this is destroying our future. This is destroying the minds of me, of us, but especially of the children of the next generation. And I'm hopeful. I'm an empath, so I can sense other people's energy, and especially children's energies, because they are still really potent, not limited, or kind of not limited, right? And I feel that a lot of young, powerful souls have come to this planet. I'm included. A lot of other people have already come. Older people, older souls. Maybe not older souls, right? But that's just a story as well. I think we're all from the same source, from the same whatever, and we take these things with us, which we need or which we want. But then what's the I? I don't know. I think we're all just something, consciousness experiencing each other, through this physical manifestation of my body. But it's funny when you not realize these things at a young age, or when your whole life has been a lie. For me, at my 22nd birthday, or my 22nd lifetime year, whatever, to realize these things, that my whole life has been a lie. And I cannot imagine how it must be for my parents, or people who are like in 50s or 60s or 70s, who have been programmed their whole lives, not understanding that they are so much more powerful, so much more. We can put words on these things, but language is only an expression of these vibrations, of these energies which we are getting through, right? So it's just so interesting to dream yourself awake, right? We're sleeping here. A lot of people are sleeping, not understanding that the life they are living is a dream, that they're dreaming, that they think they do not have the power, that everything we create with our minds will become reality. And the more we learn this, the more we will be able to create our own reality, and therefore shift the global. And this is fantastic. This is really crazy because the energy will accelerate, will go faster and faster, right? The more people will realize they are dreaming. And I'm just 22, just finding out for the past year that I've been in a deep sleep, dreaming myself awake, getting more and more knowledge, more and more understanding of what's going on inside of myself, but therefore also on the outside, or the other way around, however we want to perceive it, right? It's just interesting. I'm at the point where I can just be quiet, I can just be still and just laugh about it, just have fun with it, because it's all so insignificant. And a lot of people are led to believe that they should be individualistic, that they should feel so important, that they should chase this and chase that outside of themselves, not realizing that everything is inside of ourselves. And the more this message can come out for me, and for other people, the more we can create more beauty around us, the more we can create what everybody wants, which is peace, love and positivity. A good life, love. But it's crazy. It's really crazy. For me, I tried to put it in words, right? Because there's millions of different places probably you can go to in the universe. There is infinite amounts of possibilities and time. And for us to experience this life here on Earth, here with COVID, with systems falling down, with whatever, right? It's just I would say a well put story. It's like more and more for me at least one of the most beautiful movies, or maybe the most beautiful movie I've ever seen. It might sound weird, right? But imagine everything, every possibility. And us here being together right now, here on Earth, you're watching this video, I'm sharing this. What's the probability of that, right? In the global scale or of whatever, in time and space. Makes us so insignificant, but from this insignificance we can find a lot of joy, a lot of peace, because we understand that everything is just happening as it should be. We are put here in this movie, our own movie, to experience our own movie. And that happens to be here on Earth in 2020, or whatever year it might be on a global scale, right, or cosmic scale, I don't know. We have been taught that it's 2020, but Earth is a lot more older than that, like a lot older. And we have been told these stories about how our civilization has evolved over the past 10 to 20,000 of years, from hunters-gatherers to early cities to ancient civilizations to the Middle Ages to where we are now. And there's in my opinion, a big probability that that's not the only story. That there has been much more happening on the Earth, surrounding the Earth, on other planets as well. And just realizing this, it's so interesting. Just to have an open vision towards it, right? I don't know what happened. I don't know what will happen. But I'm not believing anymore in what other people say that might have happened. Because it's history, his story, the story of another person. And the more we can create our own story, the more we will find anything we're searching for. The less we will be obsessed or focused with the outside. And the more we can use our internal structure, our internal gifts, our internal power to give to life, to to the life we have been given to experience. And I think our minds, or at least my mind at the moment, cannot process the encompassing life of whatever we might live, right? And therefore I'm just doing my thing every day. Because it shouldn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. Because there's, for now at least, one guarantee. We wake up every day. And we have one day to make the best out of it. We have no guarantee that we'll wake up tomorrow. And a lot of people are still taking life for granted. Taking everything they have for granted. Taking their abundance for granted. Especially here in the West. We think that it's all ours. That we can take what we want. But there's cosmic karma, right? What goes around comes around. And we're destroying the planet. So now the planet is taking a shit with us. On Mother Earth. With people who are not so nice to the planet. Not so understanding or caring about other people. And therefore we have to go through some shitty shit, right? But hey, I'm here. I have been through a lot of shit like the last couple of years. Maybe even my whole life. I've experienced some nice things. I've been able to go some nice places. I've been able to have some nice stuff around me. But I'm not taking it for granted anymore. I understand how blessed I am. I'm starting to understand more and more how blessed I am. What a wonderful opportunity we have been given here. To reset what has been done. And to recreate or create the future. To give it to these children who are coming here. For my children, for my grandchildren, for my grand-grandchildren. Which I will see in the future, right? I'm gonna be an old motherfucker. I'm telling you. I'm taking more and more care of my body. Going to the gym, doing a lot of yoga. Getting this freaking stress out of my body, man. It's been weighing me down. Like, people say we are weighted down, like, right? I can see that. All these people are walking like this. They're carrying so much burden on their shoulders, which is most of the time not theirs. And if it's theirs, then we can do something about it, right? And either way we can do something about it. So I'm learning a lot more about what other people are feeling, how I can help these people. But first, therefore, I need to understand myself better, and I need to understand the world better. And this is the process, right? Going through these dark nights of the soul, through my depression, through multiple, probably, dark nights of the soul. I'm still not sure if I'm done yet, or if I'm still in one, or whatever. I don't know. I'm starting to feel more and more happy, more and more loving, more and more uplifted. Day by day I'm working towards that, where in the past I would have switched between these emotions because I did not understand what I was taking on and what I was giving. And I just want to thank myself and the universe for doing this work. It has not been easy, man. Especially when you're in depression, when you understand that everything in life which you believed was real came about to be your own fault, to be your own imagination, to be your own thoughts, creating this feeling. That's not easy. To accept that, to accept your negativity, your pains, your traumas, especially when they're very deep. That's not easy, that takes a lot of time. But I know it's possible. A lot of people have shown it's possible, and a lot of more people are showing that it's possible. To grow through these phases, to grow through these pains, to let them go because they're just something that has happened in your past. Something which is a story which is inside of this box. Because you did not know that there was something outside of this box. So let's break these boxes. Let's break through every barrier there is in this life, right? I'm a rebel. I can finally say that. I have never listened to what anybody else was saying to me. I've always went my own way, for the good and the bad. But at least I found out what works or what didn't work for me through my own experience. And a lot of people are being led like a sheep through the slaughterhouse because they do not understand that they have their own power, their own choice. We need to wake up. We all have choices. Every single day, every single moment is a choice. If you do not like the choices or the life you're living, make different choices. Choose for what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you want to be, and become that. Repeat it to yourself until you're there, until you're dead. I'm loving, I'm loving, I'm loving, I'm loving, I'm loving, I'm loving. The more I say this to myself, the more I will feel loving and the more I will be. So I'm thankful for the people who have guided me towards where I am right now, without me knowing at the moment what they were doing, because I was still asleep, not understanding that there was such a different life outside of my box. And now I'm here to do the same thing for other people who are still at the start of their journey, or who are advancing, or not even understanding that they are on a journey yet. It's beautiful. I cannot come to a different conclusion anymore. Like everything in my life, like every thought, every instance, everything I've experienced was necessary for me to be here where I am right now. And therefore every experience I will have in the future, today, tomorrow, or whatever, how many days I might still have right on this planet, are all there to learn from, are all there beautiful, good, and whatever it's needed to be at that right moment, at that right time, with the right thoughts and with the right emotions. Although the emotions might feel very bad. But no, that's just dualistic. That it's just a way about seeing the world good and bad. The world is more than that. The world is not this one-sided thing and the other sided thing. So, I think that has been enough. My camera will probably die soon. So, we need to go. I hope we're learning all together. I'm learning every day. I'm getting to wake up better and better because I start to understand life better and what I need to do for self-care, for self-practice, to help other people. If I am in my power, I can share my power. My energy, at least, or power has a negative connotation for most of the time. But anyway, see you all next time. I hope you have a beautiful day, and love, peace and unity for all of us. Peace.